As you all just saw, we got our super in about 10 seconds. Now this can be even faster if there are enough enemies around, lowering it down to about a 5-second super. Now we're going to be achieving this by using a crazy synergy from another Nova Bomb base build, but we can actually use this with Nova Warp, and with roaming supers getting their 3x super energy buff, you can just absolutely spam Nova Warps all the time. I did want to make this a full build since this is very similar to the other build, so if you want to see a full in-depth breakdown, be sure to go check that video out. And also continuing with the roaming super trend, I have covered Winter's Wrath and Stormcaller if you would like to check those videos out as well. I really appreciate all the support you all have been showing for Act 2, and I might even have what I think is the current #1 hunter build in the game right now coming out very soon, so be sure to stick around for that. But all right, let's start talking about how this synergy is going to work. First off, we need to take Bad Juju. This is the super energy gun. It has string of curses, kills refill the magazine, increase damage for a short duration, and grants super energy based on the strength of string of curses, fires full auto. Bad Juju is honestly a very strong weapon even in higher end content. It's very good for ad clear because you never have to reload, you get that increased damage. They also buffed it to make the curse thrall explosion spawn a lot more often, and that explosion just absolutely shreds enemies. On top of that, when you get your string of curses maxed out, you're going to be gaining super energy so quick, and pairing that with the 3x increase to our roaming supers, you already get this stuff back extremely quick. But it doesn't end there. If we take a look at our exotic armor, we're going to be running Skull of Dire Ahamkara, so this has actual grandeur, provides additional damage resistance during Nova Bomb final blows, and weapon final blows while you have Devour grants super energy. So obviously the Nova Bomb part of this doesn't matter, but as we just read, if you get weapon final blows while you have Devour, you are granted super energy. This is extremely important because this is what's actually going to allow you to run Nova Warp while not even having to take advantage of the Nova Bomb part. If we come over to our subclass, we can take a look. We can run Feed the Void, so we get Devour every time we get an ability kill, but we can also then pair that with Nova Warp. Again, we don't have to take Nova Bomb. We can have Nova Warp with that 3x super energy buff with Bad Juju, and then on top of that, the Devour is also granting extra super energy, and it doesn't even end there. But already with all that combined, you are getting your super back extremely fast. In the beginning, like I said, it was around 10 seconds. You could probably get it down around 3 to 5 seconds if you have the perfect ad density. And in reality, when you're with your team, they're also getting kills and the ads are kind of just spawning everywhere. You're probably going to have a pretty consecutive 30-second super, which obviously is also still very strong. And I want to point out that Nova Warp is honestly a pretty strong roaming super. Out of all the roaming supers I've used on the Warlock so far, this is definitely better than Winter's Wrath and even Storm Trance in my opinion. It can actually chunk majors. It obviously one-shots pretty much any red bar enemy, and since you are on Void and have Devour, every single time you're getting a kill, you're healing to full. It can make enemies volatile, which causes even more explosions, and it's overall just a pretty solid ad clear roaming super. Now, like most roaming supers in the game, this is purely just meant for ad clear. I wouldn't recommend using this on a boss unless it's just a last-ditch effort sort of situation, but being able to have your Nova Warp from anywhere from 5 to 30 seconds just constantly, so you can constantly kill ads with it, it makes it a very strong contender in most content in the game. Now, like I said earlier, it doesn't even end there. We can even add on things like Echo of Reprisal, so final blows when surrounded by combatants grant super energy. So now when you're surrounded, you're getting the super energy, you're getting the super energy from Skull, you're getting the super energy from Bad Juju, and you're getting the 3x super energy buff, and combining all that together, you will be able to spam these 24/7. As a little cherry on top of the build, take an Echo of Explosion so your void ability final blows can make enemies explode. This adds a little bit more accurate to Nova Warp, which is nice. And then also maybe take something like Echo Persistent so you can keep your Devour up a lot easier so it never runs out. So you can always be making sure you're getting the maximum super energy gains possible. Overall, this synergy is a ton of fun, and it's definitely one I wanted to bring to your attention. Theoretically, you could even run this on Prismatic since that also has Feed the Void, and you could take something like Stormcaller or Winter's Wrath, and this will work the exact same way. You will be losing out on the Echo of Reprisal fragment with the super energy that can provide, but overall, if you have a way to get Devour, I would definitely give this a try. It is a ton of fun with the roaming super energy buff, and you'll have people questioning how you get around 10 supers in a single strike. Anyway, though, that's going to do it all for me. Let me know which roaming super you all would like to see next. Like I said, I am planning on doing a hunter build next. I genuinely believe that this is going to be the new best hunter build in the game. New in quotation marks, because it's very similar to some older builds we have, but it's taking advantage of some of the new buffs we just did receive. Let me know if you all enjoyed these shorter style of videos where I kind of go over synergies and not just a whole build in general. These are definitely easier to make, and there's a lot of combinations out there which I don't think requires a full build breakdown, and I would love to continue doing these, so definitely be sure to give some feedback. Anyways, though, that's all for me. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. Peace.